This isn't exactly the way I wanted to make this video, but things have changed and this is now how I have to do it. The E350 computer is apart and retired with a new computer in the same case, which I will have a video on in the near future. But back to the task at hand. With all of my testing both on and off camera, what I would recommend you to do with the E350 machine, considering that 99% of these chips are in laptops instead of what I have, which is a embedded board, it limits what you can do. But at the same time, most of the reasons for getting it and using an embedded board don't pertain to this because the hardware is too slow. Things like running a small server or a NAS box. With that taken into account, if you have one of these computers laying around, what should you do with it? I wish I could have shown a live demo using Linux, but something took a dump and a part of the install got corrupted. After sitting in the console troubleshooting for about half an hour, making no progress, I threw in the towel. But that's not to say that I didn't have some time to actually use Linux. My experience was that with the tasks that the computer could do in Windows, it could do better in Linux. Things like browsing the internet and watching videos was a lot smoother and better overall. But don't expect Linux to be a miracle worker. If it couldn't do it in Windows, it still can't do it in Linux. And a few of the games that I tried maybe ran a bit better, but they all crashed at some point, basically making them unplayable. That is not to poo-poo on Linux, because I really do like Linux for some things. And if you would like to try Linux yourself, I would like to recommend Ubuntu, Mint, or Debian distros. At some point, Miracast got built into Windows 10, and I have to say it works flawlessly. With your E350 most likely being in a laptop, it makes it even easier to use. Just grab an HDMI cable and plug it into the output of your laptop, assuming it has one, and plug it into your TV. You can then cast your phone screen onto your TV, saving you money on a streaming box. Steam in-home streaming also works flawlessly, and again, with the computer most likely being a laptop, it makes it even more convenient to use. No drop frames, good video quality, and no input lag makes this a great option for this hardware. And it works great in conjunction with the Miracast setup on the TV, especially considering things like Roku's can't do in-home streaming. Just sweeten the deal. I wouldn't recommend playing faster paced games though through in-home streaming, but sports games and RPGs are great. I personally played part of Resident Evil 0 through the in-home streaming setup, and I didn't notice a difference or disadvantage to the couch setup versus the desktop setup. Well, that about wraps it up. If you have some other good uses you can think of, post them below. Look out for the video on the computer that replaced the E350, focusing on how it can play games in comparison, because that seems to be what people are interested in. See you next time and have a good one.